Hi guys, this is Sai Kumar Kurtivada. In this video, we will learn about CSS gradient. So I have explained all the CSS related stuff in my previous videos. Please watch that for better understanding. Let me jump into another slide. So here we talk about different types of properties like linear gradient, repeating linear gradient, radial gradient, and repeating radial gradient. So we'll talk about all these four properties in CSS. So let me quickly jump into Visual Studio Code. I have created a h1 tag which is showing CSS gradient, and I have created a div. So now I want to apply this gradients for a background image. So for example, I can use a selector called as element selector, and let me use a height, and the height is something like 400 pixel, and let me use a width of 500 pixel, something like this. And then I'll go with the background, and the background is with linear gradient, and I can give some set of colors. It's a combination of colors, so linear gradient or radial gradient, everything are something like combination of different colors. So what I'll do is I'll give a red color along with a black color and save this. Now let me go here and refresh. So you can see there is a red variant, and whenever it is coming from top to bottom, it is a black gradient at the bottom. So that's how you can combine n number of colors. For example, I want to combine orange as well. So now let me save this and go here, refresh this. You can see a red gradient, a black gradient, and orange gradient. So all these gradients are visible, and now you can give the directions as well in linear gradients. So let me go here and give the directions. So I want to go bottom way. So there is two attribute, and you have to give the side, that is bottom, left, right, or anything. So I'll go with the red and orange again and save this, go here and refresh. So now if you see, it is going from top to bottom, and top is a red one and bottom is a orange one. And if you go with left and save this, refresh, so red is on the right and it is moving towards left. And in the same way, let me go with to right and save this, go here and refresh. Now you can see from left it is going to right, and that red and orange is the sequence of the order, and this is the direction of that particular linear gradient. This way we can give the linear gradient, and even you can give the linear gradient based on the degrees. For example, I can go with 90 degree and save this, go here and refresh, and it looks the same way how we saw that. Let me change this degrees to 70 degrees and save this. Let me refresh this. Now you can see the 270 degrees has been applied on it, and the red and orange has been applied on that particular linear gradient. So we can give the degrees as well. So like this we can give linear gradients, and you can give the percentages also. So let me go with 30% of red and orange is 50% of orange and save this, go here and refresh. Now you can see most of the portion inside this div, it is occupied by orange, and then it started going and it is moving towards red. In the same way you can give like 20 or 10, it gives more understanding. Let me refresh this. Now you can see less portion is covered with red and more portion is covered with orange. Like this you can apply linear gradients along with the degrees and along with the colors and along with the percentage of colors. And there is some other thing called as repeating linear gradient. So like this, save this and refresh. Now you can see it has been divided into the portions, and the first portion is red color and it has been divided into 10%, and later it is go on repeating. That means it is taking not the complete width, instead it is dividing the portion, and it is showing in a vertical stacks. So like that it is showing all the linear gradients in a repeated fashion. So that is how you can use repeating linear gradient. And now there is something called as radial gradient. Radial gradient is something like it is not from left to right or top to bottom or bottom to top, it is from center. So it is something like it will take the radius from which it has to show that particular gradient. So what we can do is, instead of using this linear gradient, in the same way we can apply for the background, and in a circular or any other shapes like ellipses or circular, like this we can apply radial gradient. And I want to apply some set of colors for this. So let me apply red comma black, something like this, and save this, go here, go to the browser and refresh. Now you can see there is a radial approach, it has been applied. And now you can apply in many ways. One is shape, so you can give the shape as well. For example, I want to give a circular shape and save this, go here and refresh. Now you can see it looks the same way how it shown in before. Why? Because circle is the default one, and now you can go with the shape as well, and then you can give the shape size. For example, I can give 5 degrees and save this and refresh. Sorry, I can give the size. So let me go with 30 degrees and save this and refresh. I'll go with circle with 100 pixel and save this. Go here and refresh. Now you can see the red color is 100 and remaining everything is black. So it is taking 100 pixels of red color and remaining everything it is showing as a black. Like this, you can use your radial gradient, and you can use repeating radial gradient also. Save this and go here, refresh. Now you can see a repeating radial gradient, and you can apply the portion of colors as well. For example, if I want to apply red color, which is 5% from 5% and till 10, in the same way I can go with 10% to 20% and save this. Go here and refresh. Now you can see complete gradient, which is a repetitive gradient, and it is a radial gradient because it is forming in a circle format. And this is how you can use your repeating radial gradient as well. In the same way, you can use repeating linear gradient, which I have explained before, which will be used to show vertical stacks or horizontal stacks. So for example, if I change the same thing with linear gradient, and I should not give the circle, and I have to give only the degrees or directions. So I'll go with 2 bottom and save this. Go here and refresh. Now everything is in a stacked manner. So it is going in a horizontal stacks. And if you want to go with the vertical stacks, then you can go with 2 right and save this and refresh. Now you can see it is towards your right. And if I do the same thing with radial gradient, so always remember radial gradient should be a circle or ellipse. So let me go with a circle, and you can give the percentage or pixel of that size. So I want to go with 100 pixel and save this. Let me go here, refresh. Now again we came back from linear gradient to radial gradient, and it is in a repeating mode. So that's how you can create your gradients in your application. Most of the time these gradients will be provided by our UX designers. We can apply them directly by applying all the percentages and also the positions of that particular background. Hope this gives you a brief understanding of how to use gradients in our applications. And that's it for this video. If you like my explanation, like, share, subscribe to my channel for more updates. Signing off. Thank you.